Hey, what's up, my friends? Um, I seen one of the article on Age newspaper, and it's written by Kat McLamont. I thought it's a good article to share with you guys all. It's about Chinese-backed companies' mission to source Australian medical supplies. As the coronavirus took hold in Wuhan earlier this year, staff from the Chinese government-backed global property giant Greenland Group were instructed to put their normal work on hold and source bulk supplies of essential medical items to ship back to China. A whistleblower from the company has told the Herald it was a worldwide Greenland effort and the Sydney office was no different. Sourcing bulk supplies of surgical masks, thermometers, antibacterial wipes, hand sanitizers, gloves, and Panadol for shipping. The company even posted its effort on packing pallets in the company's Sydney headquarters on social media. So it's understandable that in the recent crisis that Greenland Group has sourced out all the medical equipment supplies and sent to China as per the article. And if you can see some pictures in here, basically all employees, the majority of whom are Chinese, were asked to source whatever medical supplies they could. One company insider told the Herald this exercise went on for weeks through January and February, he said. The entire accounts department, contract managers, the human resources team, and even receptionists were sent on a mission to find bulk supplies of surgical masks, thermometers, antibacterial wipes, hand sanitizers, gloves, and Panadol. Wow, that's crazy. There were numerous requests from the HR manager and even our direct reporting line, which prioritized the assisting of company in gathering these supplies over other work activities, said the source. The entire accounts department were absent for days as they were out purchasing supplies, he said. In a statement to the Herald, the Greenland Group confirmed the shipment of medical supplies in January and February, saying it felt compelled to assist in effort to mitigate the spread of virus, which had caused a shortage of crucial medical supplies in China. Well, that's understandable because of the outbreak down there. It's a crucial medical supplies where the countries need, and I would say on that point might be can be done through discussing with the Australian government or in my point of view, but resourcing out all the medical supplies at the back end, which is um, which is I would say not a good idea for the companies such as Greenland Group, in my opinion. What do you think, guys? Leave your comments below if you are feel um, and fear that we don't have enough medical supplies in Australia and other countries too. Greenland Australia supported the group's initiative by arranging for medical supplies to be dispatched to China, which at that time was the epicenter of the outbreak. the statement said. The boardroom and meeting rooms of Greenland's headquarters in Market Street were used to repack the medical items into boxes stamped with company's logo. Pallet load of medical supplies was then sent to China. Well, I want to show you one video, and I want to have just let me know what's your opinion on this. Let me pull up that video and play with you guys.
Shut. Stock markets are in free fall. The Wuhan virus has triggered an unprecedented crisis in human history. The sheer scale of it is unnerving. One virus has disrupted the whole world. And this leads us to a question. Is the Wuhan virus the world's biggest intelligence failure? Did no one see it coming? Were these countries too complacent? By the time the world swung into action, the virus had already crossed most borders. And now everyone is playing catch-up. Well, almost everyone. There is one country that seems to have an edge right now. The home country of the Wuhan virus, that is China. There is no doubt that China was hit for weeks, that Chinese people suffered. But now China says it has contained the threat. So it's closing down borders and opening up businesses. Fewer cases are being reported. Factories are up and running again. Businesses will take time to revive, but they have made a start. Companies are being encouraged to make coronavirus supplies. They're making equipment other countries might need to fight the outbreak. Gloves, masks, personal protection equipment, even ventilators. So first China put the world in ICU, and now it is selling them ventilators. Is China...
I have bit question in here saying, all right, so it's producing all the masks, ventilators, and sanitizers and all that stuff, and I hope it's the same price and normal price as it is. And yeah.
China profiting from this outbreak. As I said, the people of China have gone through unspeakable misery. Thousands have died, they've suffered. But big business and the government now stands to gain in China. And if this sounds too sinister a plot, look at this. This is a book written in 1999, and this could offer clues into the Chinese mindset. It's called Unrestricted Warfare, China's Master Plan to Destroy America. It's a book on military strategy. It was written by two Chinese generals, Qiao Liang and Wang Xiangzu. The book makes an argument. It says that China cannot defeat America in a direct military confrontation, but it can leverage its economic prowess to leave the Americans behind. Now, the book's assessment has some eerie similarities with the present situation. It is being quoted by conspiracy theorists. They claim that amid this coronavirus crisis, Beijing is executing its world domination plan. On this show, we do not go by conspiracy theories to make our assessments, so we set out to look for the facts.
What do you think, guys? Again, look, it's opinion based, and leave your comments below if you think that's a company is making good profits out of it, and trying to rip off other countries instead of assisting help and sending aids and all that stuff. Let's see. Let's watch the video.
What we found was most interesting, and we have that for you tonight. Let's first talk about the situation in China. What is happening in China right now? Restaurants, zoos, even the Great Wall is open to tourists. Not foreign tourists, because they may bring back the virus, but the Chinese are out and about. As we say in television, they're moving towards normalcy. Restrictions are being lifted, factories are coming back online, businesses have resumed in many parts of China. At this rate, China's businesses will be up and running in a few weeks, not without government help. Like most countries, China too has announced a relief package to revive the economy.
Communicated the figure of a totality of 344 billion US dollars in terms of mainly fiscal measures. First and foremost, we try to stabilize the Chinese economy, and with the measures we have started to take, with the return of the work of the workers and the resumption of productive activities by the factories across the country, I think the Chinese economy is coming back to life.
Coming back to life, they have a plan to revive the economy. What does this tell you? While major countries are struggling, China is already making a head start. China also has an interesting pattern. Look at this map. This is Wuhan and the rest of China. The coronavirus outbreak in China is what this map details. Now, some of the biggest cities in China were largely insulated from the outbreak. I say this is interesting because while the virus spread and unleashed chaos in the remotest corners of the world, it couldn't do much damage in China's top cities. I'll give you examples with numbers. Let's start with Beijing. Beijing has recorded more than 500 cases. 8 people died in the city. Do you know what's the population of Beijing? 2.15 crores. Shanghai reported 468 cases with 5 deaths. Shanghai has a population of 2.4 crores. Among the 10 most densely populated cities in the world, only 5 deaths, less than 500 cases. The point I'm making is that China's financial hubs have largely emerged unscathed.
Well, if you see that map and if you see how many cases been reported in Shanghai and Beijing, and if you compare that to Australian main cities, Sydney and Melbourne, it's more than 500 plus cases already, and yeah, it's increasing time by time, and it's really impacting in economy as well. So, what's your thoughts, guys? What's your thoughts in here?
From this crisis, they can bounce back quickly. They're boosting business by creating opportunities. What does the world need right now? Personal protection equipment, masks, they're in short supply. Guess who's filling the gap? Chinese companies, already at work to supply to the world. According to a report, almost 9,000 new manufacturers started producing masks in China this year. They began business in the first 2 months of 2020. China's daily mask production has crossed 116 million now. Many companies have overseas orders. They're selling outside China. One of the biggest companies is Dawn Polymer.
There you go, guys. So, as it's mentioned in there, that they're targeting, of course, the overseas countries and selling all the medical supplies in this crisis. And of course, because of the high demand, I don't think so the prices will be the same. And there is no other option either at this stage, as all the big countries it's on lockdown, such as UK, USA, India, Australia, and all other countries too. So mostly all the European countries too. Well, who is the king in here in medical supply business? Leave your comments below, and if you like this video, please like and view the other videos as well. And let's watch and finish the video.
This is a Chinese company. It supplies the fabrics used to make masks. Dawn Polymer has a 40% market share in China. And the value of its shares, the company's shares, has shot up by, listen to this, 417% since January. 417% in 3 months. The holdings of the company's founders now stand at a whopping $1.9 billion. The coronavirus crisis has only meant...
Look at that, 1.9 billion, which is just amazing. And profit and stock price jumped up. Wow, there you go. It clearly explains the situation.
Good news for their business. Here's another example of China creating opportunities from the crisis. Buying out distressed assets. Case in point, Australia. The Scott Morrison government is worried about Chinese companies taking over Australian businesses. Reports say Australia's Foreign Investment Review Board is now gearing up.
I want to bring one article on this, guys. I found in again the Sydney Morning Herald, which is published yesterday, and it's written by Samantha Hutchison and Anthony Galway. Well, in this article, it explains how the Chinese takeovers increased as per Foreign Investment Board, which is to me it's alarming for Australian economy and all the businesses. Looks like really cheap prices in these situations to buy all the assets, I would say, and who have the money? Well, leave your comments below. What do you think? As you can see, there is growing concern by within Morrison government about how to handle foreign takeovers of Australian businesses, which have ended up in financial strife as a result of the outbreak of coronavirus. So if you wanna read through this article, I'll put the link in descriptions below, and it's very concerning to Australia that I would say how uh, they're buying all the assets and taking over in this very discounted, or I would say, or cheap prices in this crisis situation. And what do you think about this, guys? Leave your comments below. And again, if you like this video, please like and subscribe for future videos as well. And let's finish with the videos again.
Why? Because they fear takeover attempts from China. Distressed Australian businesses and assets are on China's radar. It's not just Chinese companies that stand to gain. Foreign companies based in China are also back in action. BMW's factories resumed operations in February itself, last month. Fiat Chrysler has also restarted production. Foxconn has resumed work in its mainland China factories. Foxconn manufactures for leading tech giants like Apple and HP. Tesla's factory in China is back online too, reportedly with help from local authorities. Members of the Chinese government allegedly helped Tesla secure key supplies. The Chinese government is going the extra mile to make sure businesses resume operations. In Shanghai, most foreign businesses are back in action.
All foreign-funded enterprises have resumed operation, with an 80% employee return rate and a 70% business resumption rate. The overall situation is steadily improving.
So while it sounds crass to say that a company or a country profits from a pandemic, these are the bitter facts. China exported a virus to the world. Now the world is sick and China is selling them the balm.
There you go. So now no wonder that medical supplies gone out, and it's understandable situation for it's for helping out. Yeah, but what do you think, guys? Leave your comments below, and if you like this video, please hit the like button, and if you wanna for the future videos, please subscribe. It's very important, as it you can share this video with more people as well. So please share the video, and yeah, thanks for watching this video. Thank you.